So I'm chaining 3 48-hour fasts and going dry on the second day at least. Why am I doing this? Well, like a subscriber of mine, and also actually a guy I went to the kindergarten with, he said that following me is inspiring to do the things I do, but they're a little extreme, and it would be nice to also get some like practical tips for beginners. And yeah, I get that point, and I've been thinking about it, but I still have some extreme things for myself that I need to try out. So I'm gonna have to do a few of these, but I'll try to throw in something a little lighter. Like I'm thinking intermittent fasting I'm gonna talk about in soon. But so this is, I decided to throw this clip in the beginning. I'm now 74 hours or so into this whole 144-hour trip, and I'm gonna push it, do some saunas, take some long walks, and yeah, tag along. I'm gonna try and do 3 48-hour fasts during a week. Also, I might do, like I do half of the 48 dry. Maybe not every time, maybe a few of the times. But so now it's Monday and I started already yesterday, so I'm like 24 hours plus, maybe 26 hours fasted now. So I'll break the first 48 tomorrow and then do 2 more. So let's check my starting weight here. This is Monday morning. I haven't been to the bathroom because I screw up when I eat low carb. I eat too few vegetables, so I have to be careful about that this time. So okay, let's see the weight. Exactly 77. Okay, I have a shirt this time, so I'm gonna wear the same shirt every time I weigh myself. I can tell you I already feel quite nice. Like I can feel my recent fasts have done a good job. Like my skin feels really good. I had a sauna after my workout yesterday and just been drinking some salt water, but keeping even the fluid intake down. Might go dry this whole day, maybe just tiny bit of fluids, but still feeling really good, so looking forward to seeing the result of this week. Okay, so we're about to break the first 48 this week. Just want to show you that ended up in moderate ketosis. And now let's check the weight. $74.8. Okay, it turns out when I waited for a bit so my urine is a bit more concentrated, I ended up closer to big ketosis. So here's what we're going with for the first refeed on the first of 3 48s. So I bought some fattier yogurt. Kefir is nice, but it's a bit less fat, and we want high fat now. 2 packets of bacon, 140 grams each, a cucumber, 6 eggs, and I see now that one is broken. I even checked at the store, so must have messed up. Some 500 grams red meat, beef, some walnuts. I've been calling them chestnuts for some reason in earlier videos, but walnuts, and then para nuts or Brazil nuts. They're a bit healthier, so I'm gonna mix them both. Some raspberries and blueberries. 1 kilo of mixed vegetables with broccoli to avoid constipation for real this time. And then some potatoes, like 300 or 400 grams for the carbs I need to fuel my workout. And let's see, I might fill up with something else, but let's start with this at least. I'm not gonna go as in depth with the training this time. I can tell you I only trained on the refeed days because I decided that beforehand, since yeah, it's fine if you do 1 48 in a week to train both days, but when you chain them like this, I just thought that might as well go really hard on the refeed days and then chill for the other day. So that's basically all I'll say about training this time. It went really well. I at least maintained my strength for this whole period. Så sätta agendan med en riktigt fin första rep. Det är mycket bra. So I had a great heavy workout session earlier. Now watching this guy train legs. No, but I had a great workout, and what's interesting about that is that I couldn't eat all the food I had planned for this refeed this morning, and I was actually worried that I mean, literally couldn't eat it. My stomach just said no. So I was worried that I wouldn't have the intensity that I need for the gym, but I had, and that's very interesting, and I'm gonna talk more about that later. So I'm going in the sauna here. 72 hours into this whole 6-day thing with 3 48-hour fasts. So I'm 24 hours in on the second 48. I went the last 24 hours of the first 48 dry, and I've been dry now since I worked out yesterday, about 15 hours ago. So I'm gonna need to use some water on my body in connection to this sauna, but I'm not gonna drink anything. So going dry for 40 hours, I guess, for this second one. Since I didn't decide before that I'm doing a hard dry thing or anything, maybe, I'll have just a tiny bit of snake juice or something. I'm gonna keep the fluids low, maybe not completely dry, but drier. That's a good concept. On day 2, you go drier. Yeah, feeling it now. Definitely wanna take a shower after this. See, it was one thing when I was fasting by myself in a house on an island, but now I'm, living my life, meeting people, working and everything. So, yeah, but I'm gonna push it. Like I said, do them as dry as possible, as dry as it gets. Drier than snake juice, but not hard dry. Dry jokes, dry throat. Yeah, but it feels good, man. It's in the morning now, maybe 9 a.m. or so, and I'm always cold in the mornings. Not very much this morning, actually, because I slept for so long, but a sauna in the morning is just great. Warm me up from the inside. I feel that sometimes I'm so cold in the mornings that even a very hot and long shower will only heat up my skin, but I'm still cold on the inside. But with a sauna you can really get to the core. By the way, sauna of course boosts effects of prolonged fasting, autophagy. The process is faster, you burn fat quicker because you kind of simulate low intensity cardio with the sauna, and it's just more effective when you're in a fasted state. And yeah, that's the things I can tell you, off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more things. I really enjoy saunas though, and I've found that some other people who do fasting and some low carb eating like me like saunas. I'm gonna learn more, but I'm happy to go by my experience, my lived experience, that saunas are great. My skin feels so good combining saunas with the fasting, the dry fasting after the sauna. Awesome stuff. My skin is still really, really smooth. That's the thing. I think if you live a fasting lifestyle, you're gonna have great skin. We'll see when I keep trying it out. So I forgot to weigh myself this morning. So now I've had a sauna, but I also had a shower. I probably soaked some water up through my skin, but I still probably lost water, but my hair is a bit wet now, so it's probably a pretty fair representation anyways. You see, right now, I don't seem to be down anything from yesterday. And things like that, you'll see. It's never linear, these things, so we'll see where we end up at the end of the week. And we're not doing this as a weight loss thing, but, to inspire someone to lose weight, because I expect to lose fat. And I know I've already done it. Remember, you have water, weight, you have food. I still have food in here. You always have those things, all right? So never care about what the scale says one particular day. Care about the trend. Log your weight. Okay, so the camera really isn't my friend here, but you can see that it's basically not visible on the camera, but I can see there are tiny dots there. It means there are traces of ketones. So that means that I'm actually in at least minor ketosis after only 27 hours fast, and I had 100 grams of carbohydrates yesterday. So that's something to think about the ketosis. keto people, not all, of course, but some people tend to think that it's, oh, you're absolutely, you ruined everything having carbs, but it's all about fasting and not having too many. You're still eating low carb as low as possible, but if you want to work out, you can eat carbs and re-enter ketosis rather quickly. Have some errands to do, so I take the path through the forest. Really nice now, the Swedish fall. Okay, so we're here in the morning, an hour or so before I break the second 48 fast. As you can see, somewhere in the middle on the ketone scale. And yeah, wearing the same shirt. And my weight is 73.3. We're breaking the dry part of 48 number 2 with a salt bath. Yeah, I can tell you this feels pretty good. Same salt as in the snake juice, I just used potassium chloride and the sodium. Soaking it all up through my skin right now. So it's refeed time. You can see the mess in the background, of course, but yeah, it's refeed time, so I'm gonna have to start out with the beef and potatoes and greens that I couldn't stomach last time. And the interesting thing about that is, like, just the day before, I had watched a video with Cole Robinson of the snake diet, and he talked about a hormone called leptin, and basically something like
body fat produces a hormone called leptin, okay? Leptin is used by your brain to adjust your metabolism, so the fat will produce leptin, and that's called the leptin feedback loop. So the more fat you have, the more leptin you have. So the leptin will travel through the bloodstream to the brain. Because you are fat, if everything's working properly, the brain will see that you have lots of leptin, which represents lots of body fat, and it will crank up your metabolism and make you less hungry. That's called being leptin sensitive. Your brain sees the leptin, it's sensitive to the leptin. But here's the state you're in. Your body fat's producing crazy amounts of leptin still, and the leptin's going to the brain, but it's been so full of leptin for so long because you've been fat for so long that the brain doesn't see it anymore. Your brain now is leptin resistant. X, junk. Metabolism slows down because of that, because your brain thinks you're actually starving.
And as an example for how it's supposed to work with leptin, he told a story about he was on a certain eating routine, and then all of a sudden one day, like, his stomach just said no more food. All of a sudden he couldn't eat the same amount that he had been eating the whole time. And supposedly this is because his body knew that he had gotten all the nutrition he needed from the food and could make up the rest from fat. And so I think that was what happened to me, because I've had much more food than I had after the second 48-hour fast, but I just couldn't get it down. I could feel I had room in my stomach, but it was just impossible. I've never felt this way before. So that was pretty cool. At like maintenance calories, my body just said, no, we have everything we need. We can chew on some body fat here too. So that's why I was fascinated about that. No, but anyways, let's eat the rest of the beef now. Yeah, so didn't go completely dry yesterday after the workout. Like during the workout and sauna, I kept pounding a lot of water and snake juice. But then from around 5 p.m. I had like 4 deciliters of fluids maybe in total. And today, or since that, I haven't had any. And now I'm gonna start the day off, the last day, to make it extra dry. I'm gonna start it off with a dry sauna. And this time I'm not gonna shower because it's the last 48 and I don't care. Like, me and a friend are thinking about seeing Joker tonight. It's a Friday, seeing it this night. And I guess my chair friend will just have to cope with my smell, if there is any. I'm still clean. You know, I haven't been sweating, haven't been wearing any dirty clothes. So, you know, that's the worst thing always. If you wear like an old shirt that you did a sweaty workout in and then sweat again. But yeah, so I'm gonna go dry and not even shower today, just dry myself off with a towel to start this last day of my 3 48-hour fasts in a row. Extra dry, make it count. So I've been in the dry sauna for about more than an hour, like 75 minutes maybe. Pushed it really hard, went out every 10 minutes or so and dried myself off, and then went back in. And then, living in Sweden, I realized I can just go outside to do some hot cold treatment. It's 7 degrees outside now, doesn't feel cold at all since I'm out of the sauna. I had this idea right now, so unfortunately I'm wearing these like pretty hot pants. Would have been nice to have some shorts, but I came up with this idea in the sauna. Yeah, so I'm basically, since this isn't a true dry fast, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pound some potassium. I'm gonna pound some pink salt and potassium with just a tiny amount of water. Like, some people can't do that, they get diarrhea, but I've noticed that my stomach can handle it, so might as well give myself the salts I sweated out back, but not the fluid. So we get the dry part, but we get the electrolytes too for these last 22 hours. Okay, so I forgot to weigh myself before the sauna here on the second 48 fast, day 5. But I'll do it now. It would have been cool because we could have seen how much water I lost through the sauna if my scale is that accurate. And I couldn't find my shirt that I've been weighing myself in, but this is a exact same one but inverted, so it's probably okay. So let's check it out. Yeah, I don't know about that. And I say I don't know about that because I don't 100% trust that scale. It's the cheapest one. It's probably accurate to a kilo or so, but yeah, it might be right. But I should have lost a lot of fluid now. I guess technically my refeed yesterday could have been heavier than the one before. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, never go by the number you see on the scale that day. Go by the trend. Poker is a great activity for fasting. So I think I'm gonna make my Friday my Saturday. I have some things that I could do today I need to have done this week, but I'm gonna do everything when I'm fed tomorrow instead. And poker, you know, I used to make money on it. I don't play as much anymore. But when fasting, I found that it's a nice thing. Something to turn your focus towards. And yeah, who knows, maybe I get lucky. Let's do some sauna dry fasted deadlifts here. Some light ones. You're supposed to have your head parallel to the spine, really, but it's not so heavy now. Okay, 5 more on the other side. Okay, so I'm here for one final dry sauna. I'm gonna go extra dry for the last yeah, I'm kind of tired right now, kind of, you know, chill. Gonna sweat out some more water to, you know, I'm always like this, like feel like adding stuff, making more when you got the chance, you know. So basically gonna repeat what I did earlier, but do it quicker version. Then I got it knocked me out the last time, so I think I'm gonna actually get some nice sleep, then break the fast with some salmon, among other things. So yeah, good night, see you tomorrow. Goder morgon i denna sal. Okay, so on the morning here before I break the last 48, I'm kind of tired, so let's just Check the weight. 73.0. I'm up early. So those baths are absolutely amazing. I feel so rejuvenated right now. My skin is so great from this fast. Like, especially the sauna plus dry part, I think, did its bit. But my skin, I wish I could show it in video somehow, but it's so soft. Wish you could feel it through the video. The thing is now that I'm not even that hungry right now. It's so annoying. Can't I just be that hungry now when it's time to break it? Because I could go longer, but then I won't be able to work out like I planned, and gotta think about this. Always want to go further, that's my problem. Okay, so I decided what I do. What I do today is that I eat keto still. Eat high fat, low carb, stay in ketosis. I go for tomorrow as my big workout day. Tomorrow I have carbs and do the big workout, and today I take a chill workout. Because I'm a little bit sore in my traps and hamstrings still. So let's just warm up for a real workout tomorrow. And this way I make this a whole week thing, like a fat loss week thing. Refeed! So I have this. I guess it's liver paste, literally, in English. I bought it because it's really cheap. I guess you're supposed to have it on a sandwich. This is some other kind of... it's a common way in Sweden to have it on a sandwich. But yeah, I bought it because it was cheap and pretty good macros for a keto refeed. Yeah, and that's basically it. So let's do a short evaluation with some training clips in the background. I always want to try new stuff, and I try this specific fasting routine since even if I have good discipline and all that, you gotta realize that in today's society, like 99% of us are food addicts. And my motto is the fewer and less severe addictions, the better. So what I've noticed is that when I've been fasted for about 30 to 36 hours, around that 1.5 day mark, that's when the food withdrawals hit me hard. But then it's always fine. Like the day after, it's always okay. So this was the way, chaining 3 48s, that I could think of to get in as many of those 1.5 day marks in a week as possible. And the first 2 times I reached that point, I had a pretty tough time and thought a lot about food. But the third time, on the Friday, I had like no problems at all. Even if I had a sauna and pushed it with the dry part, I felt great and completely satisfied for the whole day. So I think I reached a new level there with freeing myself from food addictions. Something else I wanted to explore was how fast you can enter and exit ketosis. Since, according to many who follow the keto diet, you screw up for days or weeks if you have too many carbs on one day. But after breaking the first 48 with about 100 grams of carbs, I re-entered ketosis in roughly a day, and I mentioned this in the video, I think. The second time, it was even faster, and I know that's the case because the keto stick showed moderate to deep ketosis in the morning. Then I refed and checked again after 6 hours, and it showed nothing. But then after another 6 hours, it showed traces of ketones again. And the thing is, like, blood ketone meters are so much more sensitive, but with the sticks, like especially when I exit ketosis after eating and then come back, if they show color, then you know that you are in ketosis. And I must mention again how great my skin is becoming. Like, I still feel the effects on my skin from my 3-day hard dry fast even weeks later. Like, I feel my skin every day and feel how smooth it is. But I've reached even a new level now. Like, I had teenage acne, and since then always had fatty skin and some craters and like the odd pimple now and then. But now my forehead is like completely smooth. I wish I could show you this through a video somehow, but anyways. On a final note, if you watch my videos and you are still fat, like, remember that I am already lean and I work out 6 times per week. So when I do multiple 48s, I have to eat as much as I can in between to be able to work out, like keep the intensity and not lose muscle. This is not the case for fat and sedentary people. Like, you can be inspired by my routines and my fasting routines and my choices in food, but do not try to eat like I do, like as much as I do, or you'll just get fat. And yeah, that's a new video idea, by the way. Fasting routines for different types of people. Like, what's important. That's it. So please like, comment, tell me what you thought about this, and subscribe. We are growing. steadily but slowly. So it really helps me out if you like and comment and subscribe and all that, and recommend me to friends, and post my videos everywhere. That's my advice for you. Okay, I am Theo, and I approve this message of my video that was mostly about me. Okay, see ya.